Welcome everybody to the cast, to the game, to the stream. We'll be getting underway here shortly once we get this lobby all sorted and figured out. I think we're waiting on maybe one player or so, but I'm set. Looks like we have everyone in the lobby. We're just changing teams and all that. But today, we got Stellar versus Ineffable, and well, we'll see how these two teams play on out. Ineffable, they have played XP before, back in Vanguard Season 3. They finished their groups at an impressive 15-0 map count record, 5-0 to their name in their group back in the day then. I think they made an early exit in playoffs. But, you know, for themselves, it's really just looking to prove themselves, saying, hey, we can make that group run. We are gonna try and make that playoff run this time around if they can get to that point. But their first obstacle of this season will be Stellar, newcomers to the XP leagues, and we'll see how they end up playing out, I guess. As again, new teams, always fun to see, but it's always a mystery for most teams. Maybe not all teams, but for this one in particular, for me, myself personally, a little bit of a mystery, I guess, in terms of how maybe they may sort of perform. I don't really have any early prediction for them, but for them, it's about getting their whoops, let me turn that off as well. I didn't realize I have my volume back on my phone there. But for them, it's really just coming out, getting a good, strong showing. The first game of the season for both teams definitely is a nice sort of a nice starting point, a nice statement that you can make. Your first game definitely can set you off on a nice pace, but you know, if you lose, sometimes you go, hey, that's the first game. It's all right. We go with those mistakes, but you always want to start off on a nice sound beat. And, well, again, like I said, Ineffable, their history, the last time playing in XP Leagues, they looked good. So we'll see how the Stellar squad can perform up against them this season. But I'm ready again. They should be set. We should be able to get into a game soon. But until then, we'll switch it to a little bit of a break once again when we get back. Well, you know, actually, before we do that, we'll take a quick look at the map, shall we? We got Greenberg Hotel. That will be the first map that we are on. We will be playing it. It should be a fun time. Probably one of the better maps in the game so far. After that, we'll be heading to an El Silo S&D. Well, we'll see if we see some snipers on that sort of outer outskirts area, or if we're just going to be a nice bloodbath in the middle. And well, back onto Hotel we go for the control map, the map 3. So those are the 3 maps that we are guaranteed to see this game. And well, after that, Fortress will be the hard point, the map 4, if and when we get there. Should be a nice, fun time on that map. Definitely some big choke points on that map. And well, a Hotel S&D, if we get to that map 5, always a fun time. Maybe not if you're the team playing, but certainly if you're an audience or if you're an observer. Map 5's just about as heated, as stressful, and as entertaining as they can get and they can come. But Hardpoint Hotel, that is where we are going to start. That is where we are going to see things kick off once again. Once they're ready, once they are set to go. And well, we'll be seeing exactly how these two teams play out. I mean, Hotel, it's one of those, I don't know, there's enough open spaces, but there's also some nice lanes you can go down and really sort of see these two teams sort of face off, I guess. Bedroom, a crucial position, but also got some bloodbaths around sort of in that dining hall around in the kitchen, as well as 2 crucial spots. But we'll see how things play on out as we get into this map, as we get into this series here. As we look to load into the game. Not entirely sure if I have teams right, but we'll find out in just a second, and it looks like I do. Stellar, Ineffable, teams right, teams on the screen, starting off 0-0, map 1 of this series. Both teams, the opening game of the XP League season. We'll see how things turn out. Austin will find the first blood of this matchup, though. It will be Ineffable. Off to the opening time of the hard point. It's Stellar can come in. They're looking to get a nice little setup going. You see that push come through, but it's just going to be Kaden and Zeke getting some kills. But Mike, with one, is able to at least sort of hold back a little bit of a push from Ineffable, possibly into the sort of that sort of push and sort of diving board off to a little bit of some aggression. But it is just a firm hold from Ineffable right now on the P1 for themselves. Kaden finding one up top. Scav and grab, finding a second as well. Beams from him coming on out. And you can see the push from Ineffable as they start to rotate, as they start to go over into the next hill. Woody and Brinks able to bring that to a little bit of a standstill, a little bit of a halt. But time, number 6, able to hop on. Zeke Master going to be battling it with Woody here in the backside for the spawns, and then SMG and an AR world. But maybe you get up close and personal. You get up close and personal. You win the gunfight there, and you're able to sort of lock down this backside. And you're still going to be able to wreak havoc with 2. Trying to go for a 3rd. Unfortunately, does not quite happen, but Legit is able to clean things up. Saying, hey, buddy, I got you. It's all right. I'll be able to clean things up. And, well, with that, get some time on the board for ourselves as well. Legit's able to secure 1, secure 2, and with that, we'll be securing the hill some more. Time going to be going to them. Scrap time going to be in Stellar's hand. They'll be able to reach about that 30-point mark if they so choose. Kitchen Hill, though, is going to be Ineffable. You're going to be having the rotations. Woody, though, a big win from him. As they start to clear the path in, and, well, it's going to be blue all the way around. Brinks is able to clear off Austin. And, well, Ineffable, they had the original hold. But Stellar able to collapse, able to get a good break, but now you see the red arrows all around as well, pretty much doing to Stellar what Stellar did to them just moments ago when a good wipe, a good wave of kills comes through. Netsu, he'll fall. Austin Will goes down as well. Kaden and Zeke Mask really just left to try and hold down the fort. Zeke with 2, Kaden with 1, Kaden with 2, and combining for a full squad wipe. 2 players able to hold down the kitchen, get things shaken. Netsu with a dying bullet, the last and final bullet in that mag. Ineffable off to a good start so far as they are about to reach that 100-point mark for themselves. See those blue arrows starting to set up for the next hill, though. For them, you want to get some early time if you can. You see Kaden, I think Legits is going to spot him, puts out some shots, only tags, can't quite secure that kill. But it is going to be Stellar on the objective for themselves right now. Can they rack up some time? We'll have to see. Netsu and Kaden going to be getting some good kills. And then with that, they start to make their way onto the hill. Kaden with 2 more. Netsu clean things up. And, well, with that, Kaden gets wiped away. But it is going to be some red around this hill. But good 2-piece comes in. Brinks coming out to play now. 8 and 9 for himself. Starting to pick things up. Unfortunately, though, Nate is going to come out. Going to end his streak there. Legit's stunned. Suppressed on this hill. There's going to be some teammates around. Can you win this gunfight? Trying to snake himself a kill. Unfortunately, he'll drop into just bullets just flying everywhere in that hill. Just kind of flopping around, and it is going really to both sides. Getting a few ticks here and there. But overall, definitely very scrappy. But it does look like Ineffable are going to be getting the rest of the scrap time there. The Stellar sit at a nice even 50 points. Ineffable. They'll be well over 130 at this point. The next hill pops. It will be once again this blue Stellar squad that did look to have a little bit of the initial hold, but quickly Ineffable able to start to break them down. But there you go. It's just a wave of kills, and that's really a big thing I think we're starting to see. It's just wave of kills coming out from both sides. Just Ineffable, though, able to get more time on the hills so far, as Stellar going to be looking to climb themselves out of a little bit of a deficit. But just one big hold, one big hill. And they are right back in this. Certainly the match is not gone. The map would say not necessarily firmly in the hands of Ineffable, but they have certainly looked like, at least I would say just as a whole with their teamwork, a little bit of a better team. But it's all could be about the warm-up, though. So we go into what I believe is the last hill of this first set of rotations. At this point, teams should be about warmed up. And Kaden, I mean, he's 14 and 9's really been a big star on the map so far. He's got some time under his belt as well now. He's going to see Legit, but he's going to get tagged from across the map. But some cleanup comes through. And it's Stellar that's going to have to make this push, have to cross through the abyss, or the sort of the openness under bedroom. Sort of a little bit of a desert, and Netsu with 2 going to be holding down this nice angle. Really watching that cross and being a bit of a pain in the butt for Stellar here, as they've been trying to cross the Netsu. I thought maybe getting a turn, but it's going to be legit. That's securing that kill. And you start to make your way up. That call-out is certainly there, and Zeke not having it. Zeke will be getting another as well. Brink securing 2 for himself as well now, though, with an SMG and an AR in hand. It's going to be this first hill of the second set of rotations. Briefly in the hands of Stellar, but that does start to get broken down just a little bit. No one quite getting time at the moment. Brinks, he pops up. It's going to be Netsu that's just hiding behind the couches, and he peeks up with 1. I don't know if he necessarily knows where Legit is, but puts out some tags, and his teammate's going to be able to get that kill. Netsu's able to maybe get a little bit of time if he can just barely squeak his way on by, but for the moment, Ineffable just really holding back Stellar from that hill. So Stellar's still able to get some decent time off of it. They're looking to cross that 100-point mark for themselves, but for Ineffable, they are already past 200. That means at this point, any single hill could be the win now for Ineffable. Hill pops up, and it's just going to be red all around, really just down to number 4, Legits. He has to hold down this hill in this tall task, a tall order. Fortunately, did not quite see that clutch play come through, so it will be Stellar that has to break onto this hill now. Ineffable letting a few seconds of time just sort of leak on by as they kind of hop off this hill. They can still win on that hill, though. So for number 4, number 2, trying to pinch through, it has to be some big wins in a few seconds. Again, leaking through this contest. It does need to come through just briefly. Brinks is just gonna try and very barely squeeze on by, but that may not be enough to force it to another hill. Wood comes on, and well, there you go. Oh, I just thought barely he was able to squeak on by with just a second of contest time, but unfortunately, it will be 250 to 101, ending on that second hill. See it on the board there. So you got Mike 7 and 25, a little bit of a rough stat line there. Everyone else doing all right, I would say, but I mean, you see Ineffable, they're just putting up some better numbers there. Can't really ignore that as much, but still, again, some big wipes coming in from both sides, but Ineffable just as a team, I think they were just looking better. They were having some good teamwork, some good pushes, some good holds for themselves. I mean, he had some big plays. I mean, you saw Brink, I think, coming out there as well with some big kills for the side of Stellar and really holding it down in some crucial key moments. But overall, it was just Caden. It was Zeke there. Netsu with some big lane holds from himself, watching some crosses, and it was just Stellar just couldn't quite pick up the pace and really bring it to an Ineffable there. Sort of that second half you saw a little bit. But it's going to be heading to an S&D. The maps, I believe, what are we going on to? We're going on to an Asilo for an S&D. So that hopefully is going to be a fun map to watch. Again, I'm interested to see if we see a sniper on board. And, you know, for the side of Stellar, going to have to see if we can see... Whoops, there we go. I need to revert this. There we go. Just a little bit of delay apparently from pressing buttons on my fancy little thing over there. But back to what I was saying. For the side of Stellar, need to see a little bit of teamwork. Need to see a few more gunfight wins in some key moments. I think is really what's going to come down to. Able to bait your teammates out, get some good trades. Trades are going to be huge. Trades are going to be big in an S&D. Ineffable. I mean, for them, again, sort of like what I was saying earlier with their, past XP League experience. You kind of know a little bit about what to expect from them as a team, at least in groups. And they are showing that they are still that kind of team to be, maybe feared a little bit in the group. Because again, last season for them, and well, maybe not the last XP League season, but their last season competing in Vanguard. Again, they finished top of their group. I mean, a perfect, immaculate record. So for them, just keeping that streak, keeping that reputation, being that top team that they want to be. But we'll see how things play out, heading out into an S&D on a silo. You can kind of play this a few different ways. Like, you can have really aggressive SMGs. I think as an S&D map, there's open space for both roles. The AR, the slower paced, but also the SMGs and their sort of fast slaying abilities. It's just a matter of how these teams balance out, how they work together, and for themselves, just keep the same pace. Again, have that same mindset for how your guys are going to push. Get those trades. Set yourselves up. Into map 2 now. Silo. Things opening up. Brinks is going to be getting tagged. The nade comes through, but not quite going to be hitting him. Going to be coming around the opposite side. But you see Austin as well. Number 5, just this massive flank coming around as well. And he just sort of scans, trying to find someone, but he may be able to catch Brinks out here. As Brinks is just an unsuspecting victim here as Austin finds his second of the round. That he also almost achieved as well. And it's now a 2v4, the opening round of the S&D. Bomb still in hand. Mike. Still having that bomb, still some mobility. Gonna be getting some tags, and he's able to get away, though. But no kill comes through. Woody and Mike, and well, now it just left in the hands of Woody, and Woody has that sniper in hand. Unfortunately, can't quite find anything, getting tagged. And down he goes. Mask finding that final kill. Austin on that 2 streak. Maybe keep that going. But now it's going to be Stellar on the defensive side. The stun comes out. Kaden, I don't know if that got a hit. And now some Tilly Netsu is going to be going in, and Kaden will find the first blood, but it's traded out by Woody. Woody finds a second. And that puts the numbers in favor of Stellar. Austin, though, able to tie things on up, does bring down Woody, say, hey, you're not getting a third in the round. And Austin following up with a 2 streak of his own in the round, and now 4 in total to his name. Yet to drop. It's all going to be down to a legits and a 1v2. And you hear the footsteps, and for legits, it's just a matter of just, can you find a nice pick, and you find Netsu. You pop that Deddy as well, so you gain yourselves a little bit of sort of stealthy and mobility as he just goes around in circles. And maybe he hears him. He hears Austin, and Austin will not be finding legits. So legits keeps his cools. And with that, comes away in a clutch round. 1-1 now, and a big play coming out of legits there. Side of Stellar. Something you like to see, something you needed to see. I mean, those were just big rounds. Again, you had Woody. I mean, just in that round alone, there were just so much. There's Woody coming out with the 2-piece, and, well, Austin just responding with the nice 2-piece of his own for the side of Ineffable, and that kind of looked like it put Stellar in a really rough spot, but then legit, I mean, just for himself. Coming out big with the clutch. the 1v2. Just 2 pieces after 2 pieces in that round for both sides. Now off we go. It's going to be the stun that hits Kaden, and well, unfortunately, Legits. He'll fall. Kadenetsu combining for 2. Ineffable now in a 4v1 as they have the advantage, and it's down to Mike for the side of Stellar, and well, there's just nowhere for you to go. Here we go. Round 4. So far, looks like Brinks and Mike yet to really get anything on the board. The side of Ineffable. Overall, looking pretty good. Looking pretty even. As we see Mike finding his first of the map. Taking down Austin, and that has been a crucial player to take down in these few rounds, early rounds at least as well. Brinks finding one as well, and well, I mean, it was just me saying hey, they need to step it up a little bit, and they start to do it, and they put themselves a nice 3-2 man advantage in the round. Kaden does pick up that bomb though, so we're able to play around. I'm interested to see if maybe you decide to wrap to B, maybe not with number 8 on that outskirts. But both players are going to be split up in a position that there's no trade. So theoretically, Kaden could get sort of hit by these 2 players, but is going to be Mask that finds Legits. And now Bomb is going to be down. Tides maybe slightly shifting. It comes down to 2v2. And Kaden brings it to at least the 1v1 now as Brinks does get that trade. It's going to be Mask versus Brinks now. And Brinks is just waiting, and Mask is going to be opening that, puts out the shots, and well, Brinks, unfortunately, hopping out of that little half window area. Mass just there with the gun. A few extra shots as well, I believe, there. Just making sure he's not getting up. Making sure he didn't trip. Making sure he stay down. Now Ineffable. Nice little lead for themselves. 3-1. There's going to be a B hit as well now, too. We haven't yet to see this really, but now you see Ineffable. I think they're starting to adjust, starting to figure, hey, there's no one really around A. Nothing that we really hit with any of our stuns. And you just see Kaden hopping around Woody. Left standing there. And Austin's going to be getting the knife as well. And, well, Austin just absolutely takes and beams Legits. And with that, a B plant, the first of the round that comes down, will be diffused by Ineffable as they have a massive retake by full force. I don't even think they lost a player, really. As Ineffable pulling ahead, starting to run away a little bit in the S&D here. Stellar has to slow them down. I mean, Austin will now 6-2, leading the S&D scoreboard here. And when he's been on point, when he's been popping off, there's just been no real stopping him. Once he gets into that later round. Kaden will be finding Brinks. Mike with some shots as well. And, well, maybe a misplaced stun there from Mike, it looked like. But bomb is down. Pressure is going to be on. You're at a man disadvantage. Trying to go for the retake. Woody will fall. Legits is able to find one on the outer edge, though. But he is all that stands, and he had a massive clutch before. Maybe you can do it again, but no, not quite. You try and take that gunfight. It was looking good. But unfortunately, it just masked. I think it might have been a headshot or something mixed in there. I think it was just one stray bullet or here or there from legits. But now 5-1, Ineffable. They can take this map. All they need is one more round for themselves. Stellar, you have to pretty much go on a reverse sweep in an S&D. Is it doable? Has it been done? I mean, yes, but it's definitely not easy. It's easier said than done. They are able to get the numbers up now. They did find that first blood. Caden falls. Everyone going to be in the complex now. I have a feeling it might just see just a whole total collapse. Just a flurry of gunfire. And Brinks is going to win one, but he gets traded out. The numbers still in favor of Stellar in this round. And Woody is able to take down Austin Will, and that's a big kill as well. And it's down to Nitsu in a 3v2. As he's here, one's coming through. 1 and 2! And that is a big two-piece. And now the 1v1. Nitsu, he's been quiet all game long, and well, unfortunately, he will be silenced in this round, but not without making some noise at the very least. Woody not becoming part of the clip there. That could be a little bit of a momentum shift. You're able to stay in this S&D just a little bit longer. He's going on out. Nitsu coming to life last round. He'll back up. He's going to see Brinks, and well, he takes him down, and now it's going to be number 4, number 2, Mike and Woody left alone, and the cruise comes out. Is not going to find anyone, but the bomb going to be planted on B, and this is going to be a very, very tough retake. As they have to cross in the open, and it really just comes down to, can you have a nice snap? Do you have the reaction time to take down these players in a 2v4? Mike starts to make his way forward. He doesn't have Deddy, so he's going to be heard. And now is Woody left alone, and well, you tried to take the long gun fight against Austin. Austin not having it. With that, it will be a 6-2 scoreline. In the map 2 S&D. It sends us to the map 3 with Ineffable up 2-0. And a very big S&D from them. Very big S&D indeed. And hotel control. And honestly, unfortunately, you do have to give the advantage over to Ineffable right now. Solid S&D coming out of them. Again, big plays from all of their players, really. Some big teamwork. Same thing with the hard point as well. Stellar, again, a few moments here and there. You saw some nice two pieces coming out of them, but overall, it just everyone from the side of Ineffable coming up big. Again, Netsu in that round, was it 7 or so? Just coming to life. I mean, he was sort of, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, really after that, he was sort of that player who was sort of slacking for the side of Ineffable. But I mean, when he had the rest of his teammates around him, he didn't really need to do much other than just sit. And when the time came, trying to come out big, but unfortunately, again, he couldn't. But again, it just everyone from Ineffable coming out with big moments. Stellar, you had a few players. I think you had Woody, I think, popping off a little bit here and there. You know, coming in clutch. Same thing with Legits as well, and sort of that early S&D, but it just overall, just as a team, they just could not quite get anything going. But this, I think right now we're just going to send it to a little bit of a break as we get ready for the control coming up next here. Actually, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Looks like we're all ready. They're all set. I'm ready to go. Got that countdown going. I appreciate a little bit of a little nice compliment there, I guess. Trying my best. Trying my best here. We out here for sure. Again, this is the first week of XP League, so a lot can change, you know. First matchup, if you win it, you're going, yes, let's go, boys. But again, if you lose or looked a little rough, you just go, hey, we just go back, we look at the VOD, we see what we can adjust, see what we can fix, and we'll come back next week stronger. But off we go. Into a control. And right off the bat, it is Ineffable that gets completely wiped. A few kills for a side of... A few deaths from the side of Stellar, I think, there. But now it's going to be this nice three-man stack onto B. And the first tick is there. The second tick, it is going as well. It is zooming. And Stellar just right off the gate saying, hey, we are out here. Still the two-man stack down to Woody left alone, though. As this stick progress still comes through. And he comes out with a big win. Ultimately, though, Ineffable able to hold on just barely. Just barely. Hanging on by a thread, that B zone. But a good first two ticks from them, from the side of Stellar, I guess. And, well, another big wave of kills. And you get this player down as well. It's going to be this two stack on B. Or, sorry, one stack, I guess, on B. As progress is also going on A. The life control. Stellar, they will have that advantage. 22-17. As the A zone is just about gone. And for Caden, where it's really just a backup, abandoned ship. The A zone is gone. Maybe I can hold my own. And, well, you at the very least don't allow them to push on through to that backside spawn off of the hit. As Caden starts to make his way around. There's delaying. And now all focus onto the B zone. A is gone. Life advantage still in the hands of Stellar. They have a three life lead. Austin, though, starting to whittle that down. And there you go. Brinks and Woody start to make that push. Brinks will fall, but Woody just capitalizing. Taking down two. And he's going to be the last one up. And really for him, it's just, can you stay alive just long enough to be a nuisance for the rest of your team to push up? And unfortunately, he's not able to do so. He falls. And it's just all of Stellar now in the back of spawn. Woody picking up Caden. There's going to be this player in the bedroom as well. Brink's going to be predicting it. Unfortunately, can't quite get that last needed shot in. His teammates able to get that trade for him. Mike, oh, big kill coming out. A nice two-piece. Unfortunately, though, he's really been the last one to fall. And just the rest of the team spawning back up. Couldn't quite get a whole lot going off of that push. And now 9 lives to 9. 41 seconds on the clock. Ineffable. Again, they were able to just barely hold on to B, and, well, with that, Stellar finding a little bit of difficulty trying to make that big push happen again. Time is wearing on down, and Mikey's going to hear Netsu, and, well, there you go. Netsu falls. Austin going to be maybe a little bit of a pain in the back in the top bedroom, but if you can take him out, or you can deal with Caden, maybe you see yourselves back on B, and, well, Mikey's going to get caught off guard. Austin with 3. The man that I said that they needed to take out, he comes to life there and says, hey, I'm playing my trap card. Netsu will find 2, and that is just going to be about it. No more live for the side of Ineffable. They hold on to B, and they will take the round 1 there. They do lose A. They do lose quite a bit of progress, but it is going to be all on kills for the round 5, and I don't think they've changed it to zone ticks for this game. So Ineffable, able to take a somewhat shaky round, at least at the very beginning of that, and turn it very heavily in their favor. So they will have a little bit of an advantage here. But let's see what they can get done on offense now. Brinks, he'll fall. Same thing with Mike. But Woody's able to get in the mix and find one. And he's going to be in this bedroom position as well. Definitely a deadly, crucial spot to be at. If you're the side of Ineffable, it's just a matter of, can you stay up? Can you continue to be that nuisance? And, well, for right now, he's still going to be around. He's going to get tagged, but he's still up and around. Caden, he's going to somewhat see Woody. Oh, he drops down, and he's just going to be caught in a rat's nest of players from Ineffable. Shots whizzing all around him in the B zone. The first tick is there. The second, it's starting to come through as well. Brinks, he'll fall. He can't quite make this push. Mike maybe can come big, and he finds two, and that is going to shut down the B zone with Legits finding Austin. That B zone hit is going to be done, and Mike, I mean, he is 10-9. I think he was sort of a player that we saw really, really slow in the hard point, and in the S&D as well, sort of needing him to come to life, and well, he's just starting to. He is starting to indeed. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of an A hit now. Mass starts to push through. He'll fall. Netsu with two, though. Kaden with one, getting some tags, and maybe I thought for a second able to get that long-range gunfight win, but he's going to back off. He does have this steady pop, so he does have that silence, sort of quieter footsteps for him. And he comes in with one, with two, and well, there's going to be that third player around, sort of that back kitchen. I don't know if Kaden knows or if that call-out is there, but he's going to be up. He's going to still be alive and snaking around. He's still up and alive and around, and there he goes. Round and round you go, kill after kill after kill. You know there's that player in the back. He's going to be a little bit of a nuisance, but you have your teammates around as well now to help, to be that support if you need it. The A zone. It is really all that stands right now, and well, it is. Ineffable on lockdown. They got the B, and well, A. Able to be secured. Caden. Huge plays out of him. After that, once Ineffable really got set up, Stellar, they just could not break through. So Ineffable now. Up. 2-0 in the control, 2-0 in the series. It's all on Stellar now to go for their reverse sweep. Have to get the reverse sweep control. Have to get that reverse sweep series if they're going to be looking to come out with the win in this matchup. The stun comes through. Netsu is able to start to make his way up, and well, big win from him, but Blue's going to be there with some kills, but Netsu, I mean, being in the top bedroom, going to be a little bit of a tricky situation if you don't deal with him, and Woody's able to do so. And well, Big Nate comes through. Brinks with one. Can you find Caden as well? Maybe you see his shoulder. Caden's going to put out some shots, and well, Brinks says, oh, hello there. Well, you're going to reveal yourself to me. Sure, I will gladly take that. In the B zone, it is going, and it's gone. It's out of here. The B zone secured, so it's going to be on to a push onto B. And well, Brinks is going to see Caden. Caden puts out a few shots as well. Brinks, AR winning when AR should. As it's going to be this two-man hit from the back and a little bit from the side. And Brinks, unfortunately, can't quite get that fire kill. And Caden comes in huge. Taking down two, and that is going to be the flank dealt with. And now it's Stellar. All spawning. Spawning up. A matter of can they get out of their spawn zone now. Number one, maybe being that man to make the play is going to be Woody. He may get tagged from the back, though. I don't really know. And number 7's going to be tracking him, and there you go. 19 lives to 16. It will be Stellar with the man advantage at the moment. Can you break through? Mask and Netsu not letting it quite happen, and Mask will be finding another. As there is just a minute on the clock left now. Stellar Not quite as much as that life advantage. And Netsu with 1, Netsu with 2. He'll get tagged. That nade comes out. Did that stick him? I don't really know, but it's certainly enough to take down Netsu there. But maybe have your players here to back you up. Does not quite look like that's going to be quite the case. Now it's going to be a 2-man, sort of a 2v2 on A if this hit starts to come through. But reinforcements for the side of Ineffable could make this a tricky hit. Could make this a tricky capture. And just shots coming on through. They're trying to take down Mask. They're able to do so, but Netsu, he is going to be a big pain in the side of Stellar. As he comes in, pops off with another 2-piece. That might have shut things down, as you see Stellar with one more hit really is all they really got left in the tank. All there is really time for. Mask with 1 there, and well, this mid push starts to come through. Netsu tries to come away. He's going to get dropped. Austin with 1. Austin can't quite find the second, but it is going to be the Ineffable players that start to come out on top. It's going to be Woody. Now really in a big 1v1 situation. He's going to fall. He's going to drop in time, taking on down. Legit, can he hop on? He can. He can, and he can find the kills. 1.2 seconds, 3 lives right now for the side of Stellar. They don't have anyone left. Legits. He's going to be in a big snake in one-on-one, and well, he'll drop. It comes down to Brinks, but he can't hop on the zone in time. And it will be 3-0, but Stellar, oh boy, did they try and work for that zone. Tried to prolong this map. And it will be a 3-0 control. That also shows up as a 3-0 series. Again, a valiant last-second effort. A last-second effort from the side of Stellar to try and stay in that map. Try and have hope in that series, but unfortunately for them, just couldn't quite make it happen. I mean, they had moments in that control. They really, really did. But now we see ourselves, Ineffable, a nice big 3-0 for themselves, and that is going to give them a nice, great start. Again, I mean, overall for the side of Stellar, GG's for them. Ineffable just looking like the better team. And again, I mean, I've said this a few times before now, but I mean, you really can't not say it. Last time around in XP Leagues, they finished up 5-0, a clean 15-0 record for themselves. So for the side of Stellar, they're going up against an already dominant and sort of established squad, I would say. I mean, for them, I don't know how long they've been playing as a team. And again, they're new to XP Leagues, but you know what? You put up a good fight. Overall, that control really, I would say, for themselves, I mean, the best showing they had in that series so far probably was the control. Hardpoint, again, early was all right for themselves, but Ineffable, again, just big plays coming out. I saw Netsu there with the just 2-piece machine. Caden as well, really from all of them, going big when they needed to and just holding back the line. And well, we'll see what both teams can bring throughout the season. Again, there's still quite a few matches left to be played. This is the first matchup. This is the first match from both of these teams. So for Ineffable, a good start, starting off 1-0. Stellar, they go down to an 0-1 record to start off the season. But hey, maybe you see some wins in your future. Again, go back, you look at some VOD, you say, hey, what do we need to change? Maybe what are some big plays? Maybe maybe X player was too aggressive here. Y player needed to sort of really chow out a certain gunfight win, and we'll see. Again, for both these squads, just sort of their opening showing of maybe what they have and maybe what they can need to work on. But hey, you clean things up. We'll see how you go for the rest of the season. And are you casting the next match? That will be Drew. Drew will be casting the next match. He will be casting on the XP League channel. I don't actually know which matchup that is per se. To be honest with you, all I knew was I was casting this one because I said I would. But yeah, that'll be over on the XP League channel. I think it's XP_League. There may be an S at the end of that. I don't really exactly remember, but it's on their Twitter. But speaking of Twitter, if you want to toss me that follow, feel free to do so. Call of Duty all day long, casting, a little bit of streaming there, and well, just general, just in that competitive scene. So if you're into that, feel free to follow me at DC Trig if you'd like. If not, I mean, I'm not forcing you to, but always a pleasure. And same thing with the Twitch as well. A lot of casting, a little bit of Call of Duty streaming as well here and there. So if you enjoyed, definitely feel free to hit that follow button. But that will be it for me. GG's all around. Again, Ineffable starting off 1-0, 3-0, stellar. Some light there. You know, you saw some hope again in that control. You saw some nice shining moments here and there, some big clutches from them, but ultimately just Ineffable, just the better team at the end of the day. And I don't think there's any real disagreement with that, unfortunately, in the series for themselves. But again, GG's all around. Hope you guys enjoyed, and well, we'll catch you again next time.